Guys, it's time for Breakthrough with Coach Lew. Coming to you live from Accelerate Life University, XLR8Life.com. Coach Lew will help you break through anything that's stopping you. Are you ready to get the motivation, the energy, the life, and all the success you really want and deserve? With no further ado, here's Coach Lew.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Welcome to Breakthrough with Lew. I want to welcome you to our day after Christmas version of Rolling Start. And we had a little bit of a bumpy start this morning on the show. Had a little software glitch, which I didn't count on, and quickly created a workaround. Okay, you might be saying, well, not so quickly, Coach, you're about 5 minutes late. Well, that was a whole lot better than it could have been. And on the note of Rolling Start today, it's going to be a really unusual show. It actually was not what I had planned for today. What I had planned for today will be next week, which is very fitting for next week. But I get on this morning and I go to switch screens, like, from the intro to me, and it won't do it. Nothing will switch. So good thing I have some backup equipment that automates some stuff that still was functioning properly. And I see if you're watching on YouTube this morning, we have a little bit of a bit rate issue over there. So interesting. I'm sure that there's a lot of activity on the internet this morning, being the day after Christmas. But I want to be the first person to wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Whatever you celebrate it with the most passion and dedication that you can. That's what Free World's about. You got a free right to celebrate whatever holidays you want to, guys. So you don't have to celebrate the same as I do and vice versa to be able to be part of this community right here. The Breakthrough with Lew, Coach Lew community, we are here for a reason, and that is to help you grow, help you be the best person possible, help you live the best life possible, because that's really what it's all about. We don't get a second roundabout. Okay, yesterday being Christmas, okay, if you believe in Jesus, okay, he's coming back. He gets a second chance. The rest of us we're here one time, folks. Okay, so let's make the best out of our lives possible. And that's what I want to talk to you about, this concept of rolling start. Let's rewind a little bit. What happens every year about this time? And it even happened to me last year. We get into holiday mode, we're running around, doing shopping, getting everything set up for the festivities, stressing out, in-laws, outlaws are coming, all this stuff, and usually somebody winds up sick, or maybe somebody you know intimately like yourself winds up sick just in time for the holidays. You're about to go, I can enjoy this now, and whammo, knocks you out like heck. Got me last year. Did not get me this year. I committed to not allowing that to happen. What is another thing that happens this time of year? Fill your face. Glug, 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 glug. Let's party. We'll start over on New Year's Day. And if you didn't get sick for Christmas or whatever you celebrate right in between Thanksgiving and New Year's, guarantee you by New Year's you're like, oh, I don't feel good. That flu bug got me. Okay. Glug, 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 gobble, gobble, gobble. Sugar, 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 stay up late, stress out. Come on, folks. What's the real deal here? What do you think? Do you think that commie flu bug just shows up out of nowhere? No. It's the inside out thing, but I'm not going to give you the health sermon today. But what I am going to talk about is the next thing that happens this time of year. We all wait until New Year's Day to make a resolution, and we're going to do something, right? Follow me on this, okay? We're gonna make this resolution. I'm going to lose 10 pounds. Yet you're so hungover on New Year's Day, you go, oh, I'm going to start in a couple of days when I feel better. I'm not going to take immediate action or nothing. I'm going to sit around and watch football games I'm not really interested in on Sunday. Now, if you got your favorite team playing and that's you want to watch a football game, that's great, but nothing drives me battier than being at somebody's house and they just have football game after football game and not a single person's watching it. You just got the touchdown in the background, and they go, oh yeah. Hey, if you're going to watch it, you're going to enjoy it, do it. If not, don't have that rambling noise on for no reason of anything. Same thing with movies or anything else. You know, people got the TV going all day long, and that shit's filtering into your head, but you're not paying any attention to it. If you're going to sit down and watch a movie with your family, sit down and watch a movie with your family. Don't just have it gurgling in the background all day long. Okay? Those are things that irk me, because you know what? That's the way you're going to start your year. That's the way you're going to live your life. Oh, I want to get more motivated, so you're going to put it on in the background, and oh, that was a good idea. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to have a little YouTube going in the morning, and now I can be a little guilty of this myself. I get up in the morning, I certainly don't want to watch the news. So I get up in the morning, and I'm bouncing on the rebounder and stuff and having breakfast, and I put something good and motivational or something I want to learn on, and after yoga, and boom, and I catch myself not really paying attention to it sometimes. Well, then frickin' turn it off. If I'm not going to listen to it and I'm not going to learn or get something or enjoy it, doesn't mean you got to always be in education mode, that you always got to be watching something that's good for you. You could just watch something for entertainment. But watch it. Sit down and watch it. Spend the time with your family. Spend the time with yourself. Okay? You see where I'm going with this, right? But still, we're not even on what we're going to talk about today, but I'm giving you this pattern. So you make that New Year's resolution. I'm going to stop smoking. So I'm going to smoke like a dog all day on New Year's Day. I'm going to get my last cigarette in. All right, tomorrow I'm not smoking. And you're an evil biatch for the rest of the month. I'm mean because I'm not smoking. No, you're mean because you're mean. But no, seriously. So then February comes around. Wow, I made it a month. Listen, everybody, I made it 30 days without smoking. I quit smoking. And then, you know, go out maybe with your friends for an evening out, and you must smoke? Oh, maybe one. By end of February, you're smoking again. You're drinking again. You're not going to the gym. Let's face it, that's the way New Year's resolutions happen. Very few, like 1% of New Year's resolutions ever occur long term. Less than 1%. If you made 100 resolutions, you'd keep up with one after February, and that's if you're lucky. And you're like, oh, great. Yeah, thanks for the after Christmas present here, Coach. Thanks for the New Year's motivation that we suck, and whatever we're going to do is going to suck, and we're going to fall out. Right? What do you think? What do you think of that? You think that's the truth? Yeah? Well, it is the truth. You know why? Because a resolution, even though to resolve is part of the step of making goals and stuff, a resolution is just I'm going to do this because it's New Year's Day. A real resolution is I'm going to do this because I want to live long enough to see my grandkids, or I want to live long enough to make an impact, or I want to be able to enjoy X, Y, Z without huffing and puffing, if it's smoking we're talking about, or overeating, or, you know, I don't want to live another year on a government check. I'm sick and tired of being of that mindset. I'm going to get a great job this year, or I'm going to start a business this year, or I'm going to get in a relationship or get out of a relationship that you're in that's not serving you. Whatever it is, you know, that resolve is great, but you're not doing it because it's New Year's Day and that's the thing to do. Stop being a sheepy follower, guys. Don't follow just the trends because it's the way Grandma, Grandpa, Mom and Dad and Aunt Sue did over the years. And for what? What did they do it for? Okay, and it doesn't mean that you don't have some great role models in your family. You know, maybe some things, you know, my mom and dad weren't perfect, far from it. If I had to learn to put down that animosity of, well, if I had had a different childhood, hell yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be who I am. I wouldn't be here with you today. But think about it. What if I looked at the good things about them? Wow. You know, that's the kind of thing that makes you appreciate who and what you are. You're pretty noisy over there, little buddy. I think somebody's hungry. So seriously, when you think about it, what do you want to do? Do you want to make a resolution that's good for a month, or do you want to make some real shifts in your life? Okay. So back to the plan here again. You hit Thanksgiving time and you start to spiral off course, and then you use I'm going to dig in on New Year's Day and I'm going to make all these resolutions and just change everything totally overnight. A lot of change in a lot of cases. That's why I came to talk to you this morning about a rolling start. Rolling start. Now, that can get you a ticket if you're at a stop sign here, at least in Central Florida, and you do a rolling start or a rolling stop, they call it. But I say in life, let's get that rolling start. Why are you going to wait? Let's see. Today's the 26th. 27, 28, 29, 30. Why are you going to wait 5-6 days to make a change? Why are you going to wait until then? Why are you going to continue to eat until you get sick, or continue going out drinking until you get sick, or smoking those cigarettes till you have a cold for New Year's, or you're so tired on New Year's Day you just want to lay there with some noise going on and eat more big meals and celebrate. I'm celebrating. Yeah, I feel like I came out the backside of a dog, but I'm celebrating, man. Come on, it's time to grow up a little, guys. Grow up in your life, not grow up and be stiff-necked. I'm not saying be boring and old. No. But I am saying get rid of some of those old habits that don't serve you. Come on, if you're 50 years old, you can't act like you're 18 when it comes to drinking and smoking and stuff like that. You can act like you're 18 when it comes to other stuff. You can have a drive for your spouse like you're 18. Wow, how would that help your relationship if you're in your 50s, 60s, 70s right now, or 40s even? There's people in their 30s that are living kind of on the, well, we're together, we've been together a few years, we've got some kids, so we may as well, hey, stick it out. That isn't a relationship. That's a partnership. That's a roommateship, okay? But think of that. If you put, instead of going, I'm going to go party with the boys on Friday night like I'm 18, what if you treated your girl like, when you were 18? Or if your girl treated your guy like when you were, well, maybe not 18, maybe 21 or something, but you know what I'm saying. In the beginning of something, what if you changed your habits of the way you show up instead of going, yeah, this year my goal is to get the hell out of my marriage. How about if you put it all into your marriage? And then if it still's not working, then hey, if you decide you got to get out and that's what's best for the both of you do it. I'm not the one to say stay or don't stay in a relationship that serves or doesn't serve you, etc. There's so many different factors. That's so individual, like with each couple. But the thing is, you can't rightfully just dump something until you put your all into it. Same thing with a business. My business didn't do so well through COVID. Well, okay. And, we kind of go, and don't mind the voices, guys. I gotta put the little push on this. That's not sometimes people say, that's using your country voice. I'm offended. I'm a country boy. No, I'm your city redneck myself. I don't care. I love to play in the mud. I love to dine at the finest restaurant in the top of a city. I'm a little mixture of all, but I use that as that voice is the I don't care about growth voice. Okay, so don't be offended if you think, oh, he sounds country when he says that or something like that. No, I love the mud and guts too, guys. We're all a little bit everything if you just allow yourself. You're not just a city boy or a country gal or metro this or that. You're a little bit, if you step up and go, you know what? Okay, there's good in all. There's good in the city. There's good in the country. There's good in all religions. There's bad in some twisted versions of some religions when people try to use them for harm or to be overbearing. And there's good in everything. So my whole point to this is, again, how are you going to develop these habits that put your life where you want it to be? Okay? You can't just, I'm going to change everything New Year's Day and my whole life is going to change and I'm going to live on this stringent diet and I'm going to exercise 38 minutes per day at this zone and blah, blah, blah. Hey, that's great to have the inspiration, but you got to have the longevity to it. And that's why I want to talk to you about a rolling start. Today is the day after Christmas here in the US and in Florida. A day where people usually often say, I'm going to start New Year's Day. We're going to eat some leftovers today. We're going to do this. We're going to celebrate X day of whatever it is that you might celebrate, and depending on what religion you practice. It might be this, that, or the other. I don't know. But the thing is maybe today's the day you toss some of those leftovers if they're not going to serve your body. If you're already feeling tired and wore out and sick and your stomach don't feel right, you're going to pile more on that? Are you going to go visit more relatives and drink too much wine again tonight? How much can your body take? How much can your mind take of going, oh, I got to get through this, get through this. This is the holiday season. Again, no matter what you practice, this is a time of year that I think all religions or all practices focus on family, friends, loved ones, growth spiritually. And then what? Are you doing that by toxing out your body and not resting enough and, being stressed out because you got somebody in your house that you allowed to come visit? We watched the Griswolds last night, and I'd have thrown that dirty ass brother out of the house and told him, you go live in the frickin' RV with your wife, and okay, the kids can stay in the house. And I'd have told the in-laws, and thank God I'm blessed with some good ones. But if you're going to come and be asswipes, you're going to go out in the RV too, or you're going to go to a hotel. Just because you're a relative doesn't mean that I'm going to tolerate BS or I'm going to have everybody's life disrupted. If you can come in and be good human beings, and like I say, I'm blessed, I got good ones, finally. No, seriously, but you don't have to. It's not, oh, we have to because they're related, or I have to have drinks because it's the office party, or I have to because. No, you're you. Roll into 2023, and this is what the whole show is right here. Here it is. This is the big boom. Start now so you have a rolling start. Rolling start would be good. We roll right into 2023 so that you can hit the ground and really take off. You want to do your New Year's Day workshop and stuff with me, and really be ready for that instead of being bedraggled for it. That's what the whole thing is. Roll right into it. Don't be at a dead stop or in reverse or half asleep or sludgy. It's like a car, oh, it won't start. Oh, it's, I didn't put the right fuel in it. I toxed out my car. I didn't put oil in it and the motor seized. And you go out on January 1 and go, ruh, 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 and your car's dead. Well, don't do that to your body. Don't do that to your soul, to your mind. Time to grow. Go forward, okay? You see where I'm going with this? I know I'm being a little playful this morning. None of this show was planned. None of it's scripted. Not that I ever script. I'll design a little outline for myself so I make sure I hit key points. But this isn't a teaching show this morning. This is a smack you on the side of the head, smack you on the butt, whatever it is, kick you in the butt and get you going and go, you know what? Today's my first day of 2023. Today's the day I start moving in the right direction. Today's the day I eat cleaner because I did not eat so clean over this past weekend. Today's the day I get some exercise in. Today's the day I spend some time with my family. I don't have to overdrive, right back to business today 110%. Some of you are off today. Enjoy some of that time, but start to get yourself prepared so we don't slam ourselves into the dirt for the rest of this year, and then on January 1 go, all right, I'm ready. I'm going to change the world. My God, I don't feel good. What is that going to get you? What is that going to get you? Let me ask you, really, honestly, how are you going to feel on New Year's Day if you're just stomped? Yeah, well, I got a little surprise for you, too, for New Year's Day. Here I'm telling you, don't wait for New Year's Day. Don't wait for New Year's Day. But you know what? I want you to wait for something for New Year's Day. Well, I don't even want you to wait for it. I want you to get started now to be ready for this. But I am putting in the chat our New Year's Day goal creation workshop. Now you might say, oh God, not another goal setting workshop. No, It's not another goal setting workshop. Because you know what? It's not about setting goals only. This is about creating a lifestyle that's going to pull you to your goals. So you have your goals. And this is going to be a live interactive, guys. It's not going to be just me talking at you. It's a Zoom event. So you'll be on with like-minded people as a community where we can interact. Be about an hour and a half long, and that means it'll go a little over in my book. You know how that goes. There's always one or two more things I want to cover with you. But you'll be able to ask some Q&A. We'll be able to design quickly a way to jump start your 2023. But right now, today, I want to get you prepared for that. I want to get you moving in the right direction to where you are ready. When we join up, instead of it being like, all right, start your engines, let's go, it'll be like, all right, you're rolling already, hit the gas, let's go. You see the difference? That's really what I wanted to talk to you about this morning, is don't be in the position of we're just starting. Be in the position of we're already rolling by New Year's Day. And now we can hit the accelerator. It takes a lot less momentum. It's like an airplane. They don't go whoosh, right in the air, right? They go whoosh, and then as the wind builds onto the wings, it lifts off. You already want to be ready to lift off on New Year's Day. That's a rolling start, guys. So, you ready for this? I'm ready for this. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about 2023. I know that, people have tried to push your hopes down and say, well, it's going to be a few more years before we can do stuff. It's going to be a few more years. The real estate market's going to crash. Sure it is. Has to, especially around here. Stupid money for some of these houses. Stupid money. All right? I get it, but the problem is I hear it all the time. It's like everywhere I go. A little massage studio I go to get, the chair massage on Fridays before the auction. She's like, we're raising our rates, but, for our regular customers, we're going to have membership, so it's really not going to be a raise. And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool, because the people that just come in here and there, they're out of town, or, only are going to come in one time. Why should they get the same rate that those of us that come weekly or, a couple times a week get? I was like, yeah. So, they're raising up their rates, and that's okay, because you know what? They provide excellent service, and that's what I try to tell everybody in business coaching. It's not so much do you charge a few more dollars, it's do you give amazing service. That's what counts. If your only criteria for why your customers come to you is price, you don't have longevity. If you give great service, they're not going to care. Now, I'm going to contrast that with another situation where there's a restaurant we went to and still go to occasionally. And during the pandemic, they put a little tent card on the table. We're going to surcharge each bill 5% because of COVID and supply chain and staffing issues. And I was like, I sat there and I was like, I want to give them some business coaching. Get the effing tent card off the table. Why am I coming to your restaurant as opposed to cooking at home or buying something pre-made and sitting at home? I'm coming there for an experience. Jen and I want to have a nice dinner together, or you want to get together with family, or you want to get together with friends. I don't want to hear their woe is me, okay? But I also enjoy their food and their restaurant normally. I was very put off by that, but I normally enjoy their food in the restaurant. So on a $10 little entree, because it's a little Vietnamese place, on a $10 entree, it's 50 cents more. I don't want to see that on the table and be reminded on how bad things are. I don't want to see it separated out on my bill. But guess what? Me and probably 99% of the world is not going to make a difference if my entree was $10 or $10.50 or $11. If it's great and I'm enjoying the experience and I'm not being pushed into this is why and it's miserable and poor is me, I'll pay you $1 more for the meal. Just get the freaking thing off the table. I don't want to look at it, and I don't want to see a COVID surcharge. Just charge me $11 for my meal. And the response was, well, then we'd have to reprint the menus. Really? Your little 15, 20 seat restaurant? How much is it going to cost you to reprint your menus as what it's going to cost to have people go, I don't really like going there anymore. Something about the atmosphere. Because most people aren't looking at that going, oh, let me look at this from a business coaching point of view and how could I help these folks? Because they're super nice people. It was more like most people go in and go, I don't know what it is, but I used to really enjoy coming here, but the whole atmosphere is down. It's a stupid tent card on the table. Is probably what really sets that atmosphere. Because guess what? We believe what we read. Okay? Nobody could fault them for needing to up their prices. I understand all too well. I'm a business person. You know, I wouldn't care. I'd pay $12 for the same meal because it was great. But the downer of seeing that on the table was just like, you could tell me you're giving me a 5% discount, but you're reminding me of COVID and supply chain problems and that while I'm supposed to be enjoying a meal. Do you see how you can use this? And we still go there, and I think they're awesome people. And they did get rid of their stupid little tent card. But my point is, do you see that it's not only at a restaurant, it's not only at a doctor's office or somewhere where you're getting bombarded with the oh my God of everything going into this year. It's right here. You going, oh, what's going to happen next? What's the next problem? What are they going to throw at us now? What's the next vaccine that they're going to want people to take? What's the next food that they're going to tell you? You know, and I actually, David Wolf's taken kind of a stand that kale's not the superfood that you thought. For how long do you hear kale's a superfood? And I've always said I don't really love kale. It doesn't really make me feel great. It's just not my favorite. I'd rather just have spinach. And now they're really linking it to kidney stones and stuff. The kale is not the greatest food in the world. But, you know, then you've got people saying, you know, some of these wackadoodles going, oh, you don't need to drink water. Your body has enough of its own water. It'll recycle it. And, you know, you're talking doctors that say this. And you're like, okay, you've never heard of dehydration and stuff like that. What you transmit to yourself, what you allow through is what you're going to do. So my whole point to that little rant is this. If you go into this year going, yeah, it's going to be another bad year. Yep, they're not saying it's going to be okay till 2026 or till we get the next president or till we get, you know, control of this or until that. Well, you can't put your life on hold because you got to give that little deathbed test. If you died this February and you were on your deathbed, and you're going, hey, none of us want to go that quick. And some people are going, I've got days left. I'd give anything to live till February. So if you ever feel like you're getting screwed, there's people getting screwed harder than you when it comes to that one. But think about it. It's what you focus and what you allow in and what you believe is going to direct you. If you go, yeah, we've had some tough years and, you know, it's made us a little bit stronger. And in 2023, I'm going to commit to making this the best year yet, regardless of outside factors. How can you do that? You can get closer with your family. You can get closer with your spouse. You can innovate your business to work. Guys, let's face it, business is changing at a rapid pace. We can all sit there and grumble and complain about the automated checkouts costing jobs and this, that, and the other. So let me ask you a question. Do you really want to work at a gas station behind a counter, or do you really want to work at a Walmart going, that'll be $29? I mean, yes, I agree that we should keep human beings in those positions. Okay, I'm not supporting a lot of the automation on stuff like that. Okay, don't get me wrong on that, because I know there's some people going, that's it, I'm done with Coach Lew. I really believe in dealing with people. I prefer to deal with people. I like a person at the cashier's desk as long as they're friendly and great with customer service and not pissed off they got to be there and upset that they actually got to get a few extra hours work. Okay? Oh my God. You can work an extra shift and get some overtime. Oh, it's too much for me. I've already worked 20 hours. What? If that's the attitude you got, you deserve to be replaced by a machine. What about the people that put in 45, 50 hours at their jobs and still have a smile on their face? What about the entrepreneurs, the ever-hated entrepreneur by the fascist socialist, or the socialist mindset? Oh, they're greedy. Okay, you want to work 20 hours a week, I work 60, so I'm greedy. We made Christmas happen for a bunch of families this year because we work so damn hard and had a great community behind us and helped people that were struggling. Yeah, and your 20-hour-a-week paycheck, are you helping families that are struggling? If you're, oh, it's not fair to have to work more than 20 hours a week, and these greedy entrepreneurs. I know most of you watching this aren't of that mindset, but it's very easy to fall into that and go, well, it must be nice. Look at Tony Robbins, that multimillionaire. Look at Tony Robbins rescues how many thousands of children from sexual slavery every year. Sometimes it's $1 million a pop to get these kids rescued. Okay, if he worked 20 hours a week, and just didn't like his job, these kids would still be in captivity. You want to face some reality. So before you poke your fingers and point at the people who are successful, why don't you learn how to be more successful? We can all be. I can be. I mean, I'm not thrilled with where we're at. It's like I'm going, we got to innovate. We got to take it to the next level. We're not 20 years old anymore. We work really freaking hard, and there's only so many hours we can work in a week and so much effort you can put in before you got to figure out how you get more for the effort. And you know what? We still have room to help others. And that's the real joy of this season is, to go, okay, we're not swimming rich in money and didn't inherit it. We're not trust fund babies. But you know what? We had enough extra to help. And instead of going, oh, just hold on to that and hoard it, to get out there and make a difference in your community. See, that's a good motivator for success. It's a good reason to give yourself a rolling start this year to go, you know what? We helped our next door neighbors who were having troubles and got them a gift card for dinner. Maybe helped one family this year. What if you could help 100 families in 2023 and give them the motivation to go, you know what, there is kind, caring people. There is something beyond poverty and struggling and loss. What if you could do this? Instead of going, oh, poor me, I don't want to put any effort in. I want to just party out the rest of the year and then make some resolutions, and then in February go, wow, that always happens. Why don't you be different this year? Why don't we do this differently? I'm on this quest with you. I need to do different things too. Because last year I was on my back sick at this time. And it was because of stress. It was because of eating poorly. It just, it was the perfect storm. And I look back and I said, I refuse this year. Now, did I eat a little crazy? Did I have some amazing rhubarb pie that was made from scratch from a dear friend of ours who's one of those very giving, loving people who makes sure that she makes something every day special for somebody? Yes. Wow. Did I have a little more of the pie than I should have? Yeah. But did I overall eat better than ever during this season? Yeah. And guess what? Look, I'm not sick. Thank you, God. But seriously, I feel great, and I'm ready to get you pushed over that line with a rolling start and then give you the wind in your sails to blow through 2023 and make it the best year ever. Why not? Are we going to face some challenges? Oh, yeah. Can you face challenges better from this energy than from, I'm absolutely a beaten down dog? Yes. Now, if you're listening to this, I know you can tell in my voice some inflection. If you're watching, and make sure that if you're listening on the podcast to get over to xlr8life.com, that's XLR, the number 8, life.com, and get on and actually see these replays. I opened up the blog, you don't have to be a member anymore, the site, to everybody so you can see all the replays of the Breakthrough with Lew shows. So you can go back and see, what do you need? What area of life? Not everybody needs the same thing. Some people are already on a rolling start. You don't necessarily need this show, maybe a reminder. Some people need some of our health series. Some people need some of our business series. get back on there and use this stuff, guys. I do this for you, okay? So, New Year's Day, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here. Sign up for it, guys, on Zoom. It's going to be an amazing, amazing event. Goal creation. I just teach you the steps. I'm going to teach you the ways to do it, walk you through it. Boom, you'll have the tools to do what you really want in life. To have what you want, to be what you want, to contribute, to grow. Okay, the 6 human needs, as Tony Robbins teaches you, and I'm gonna leave you with this morning. Number 1 is certainty. You got to have some sort of certainty. If you're not even certain that your house isn't going to fall down, you're not paying attention to me. Number 2, you got to have some uncertainty, some variety, right? Okay, I didn't create these. Tony did, but I'm gonna share them with you. Variety. You got to have some excitement. You got to have some fun, because the same old, the certainty every single day is boring if it's not coupled with some uncertainty. Then there's significance. Everybody needs to feel important. Everybody gives. Sometimes I get and I have this in my own family. Well, I'm the behind the scenes person. But doesn't mean you're not significant. Okay? Because without you, we couldn't do this, this, and this, and this. But you got to have that feeling of significance, like you're important to somebody for something, even if it's to yourself, to your creator. Then there's number 4, love and connection. Everybody needs connection and love. Failure to thrive on a baby. If they don't have the mother or somebody to physically hold them, they will die. I mean, even if they have food, a baby will die without some sort of affection, okay? And they really fail to develop emotionally and mentally at that early age if they don't have love and affection, okay? So most people settle for a good level of connection. Some people find true love in this world. That's where it's really at. But then those are the primal necessary needs to survive. You can't survive without certainty. You can't survive with a little uncertainty. You can't survive without some sort of significance, because those are the people who kill themselves. They don't feel like they mean anything to anybody. And then love and connection. You got to have some sort of love and connection, even if it's with yourself or just your creator. Maybe you're not that person that wants to be in the crowds and be around everybody and be, maybe you're very introverted. Maybe it's you and God, or it's you and however you call your universe, whatever you call it. Maybe it's just you and your spouse. However that is, that's totally up to you, but you got to have the love and connection. The next 2 are the light of it all. Growth. Growing. If you're not growing, you're dying. If you're growing and going forward, you're happy. Happiness is in growth. But then the true happiness comes with contribution. Now, contribution doesn't mean you just write a big check, or you hand someone a $20 bill and feel good about yourself. Sometimes contribution is having a show, reaching your community, doing something, saying one thing that turns somebody's life around, saying something kind, saying something that needs to be said that might not feel kind, that actually sets somebody in motion. Contribution comes in many forms. But when you have all your 6 human needs in balance, and it doesn't mean each of them has their own little percentage that's equal and it's this perfect wheel. Okay, some people lean more towards uncertainty and excitement and fun, where other people are like, oh, we gotta be safe, that's okay. But, you still need both. Same thing with significance. Some people really want to be out in center. Some people want to be behind the scenes, but they got to feel like they're important, like there's a reason to be there. Okay, and then growth and contribution are just amazing. Just amazing. That's where all the juice is of life. Okay? So with that all said, guys, have an amazing day. Go on the site, find our Life Boost coffee. Amazing. You want to keep your body healthy but still drink coffee? There it is. Got a simple solution. Keep your creams or half and halves or whatever you use to be organic. Yeah, makes a difference. Sometimes it's not so much which food or fruit or vegetable or this or that or exactly how much of each you eat. It's how much chemical or toxin or garbage is in the ones you eat. You can eat all the broccoli you want in the world, and if it's covered in pesticide, it's probably not as good as eating, I hate to say it, maybe an organic bread. And I don't advocate bread, but it's the toxins that'll get you just as quickly as the lack of nutrient. So find the heavy nutrient-dense foods without toxins and eat them. You don't have to eat exactly 4 carrots a day and 6 stalks of celery and this, that, and the other. Maybe you hate friggin' carrots, but you love celery and you eat 10 stalks of celery a day. Okay? Whatever the case is, find what works for you, but keep it clean, baby. Keep it clean. All right, guys, live with faith, energy, passion. I want you to always make sure you live in your dreams to the fullest, because we get one go around, guys, and let's do it the right way.
Ready to take it to the next level? Tune in to XLR8Life.com for our live shows, encore presentations, life-changing courses, and live coaching with Coach Lew himself. As Coach Lew always says, live with faith, energy, love, passion, and always live your dream.